Hi, my name is Juliana, and before working with Eric, sales was kind of like a Russian roulette. Oh, he just didn't know what was gonna happen. It was highly unpredictable, and look, I'm a good salesperson. My business was doing well. Everything was flowing okay, but I was winging everything. And I really wasn't predicting. I wasn't doing any forecasting. Measurements were a thing I talked about, but didn't really apply. And I could tell like what my performance looked like, which is which was great when I had leads and everything, but it was nowhere where I wanted it to be. And it really wasn't like the thing that was going to help scale my business at the point. I was spending a lot of time cultivating those existing relationships and getting referrals. So, most of the leads that were coming in were extremely warm. And there wasn't, I had a system for sales, but not new leads. And that was the point where I would say Eric really helped to impact my sales, where we started doing new lead generation and we had completely cold leads. And he was really able to help me to tackle that in a repeatable way with, like estimated success. Like I could forecast, okay, like this is what's gonna happen. So I would say before working with Eric, I had played with different scripts, right? So I was, and I would get on a sales call and I would try one messaging out. And then I would get another sales call and I would try another script out. And it was very, very inconsistent. And then sometimes I was just like, screw it, I don't know what script to do. So I would just completely wing it. And that didn't work, right? Like it was just not really what I would now call like my sales buddy. So now, after working with Eric, I not only have clear messaging, I have clear needs analysis, I know where the gaps are, I know how to guide a lead towards the common conclusion. And what was really missing for me was creating that urgency. And now I'm able to have my sales buddy, I pull up my script, even if I know it by heart. Like even if you know something so well because you've been doing it time in and time out, it's just good to have it there, because some days I'm hangry. Some days I don't really want to do sales. Other days I am just like, I'm super excited. I forget what I'm even saying and I talk too fast. So what happens when you have your sales buddy or your script is that you can then have a reference point and remind yourself like, okay, here's where I'm at, and not miss things. Because there's days where I go back and I'm like, that didn't close. And I'm like, oh my God, I forgot this piece. And doing it consistently time and time over again, and having something that works reliably just reminds you of like, okay, here's all the spaces that I need my lead to go through in order for them to see that this is a really good fit, for them to know that this is the solution for them, and so that they know that I'm adding value every step of the way, even during the sales call. So that has been one of the most impactful parts of my sales process, is having, it's my sales buddy. It's like my reliable scripts. Eric also helped me to create follow-up that is just on point, and it's leading the lead to the next step, which is super important. And all these things combined, especially when I'm going through my script on the sales call, is creating the right condition, the right environment, all of the right particles that I need to create the best possible outcome for this lead to close. And I know that I've done everything in my power to make sure that this goes, through fruition, and we're closing, in the right sales cycle, right? Because sometimes things can take way too long. So we know exactly that we've created everything we possibly could for this sale to close within the sales cycle that we've dedicated.